Alright, y'all. So I have been getting request after request, DMs after DMs to make these cartoon cakes, and I finally committed to it. And I'm gonna be honest, I never ever used fondant, so this was a first for me. So I wanted to practice this cake before I even try it on any client cake. So here I go. I went ahead and got some white fondant, spread that out, and roll it out. Went ahead, put it on a cake I already made. By the way, this cake is my cinnamon toast crunch cake, and I didn't really know what to do with it, so I decided to just lay this right over it. Here I am shaping this cake right now. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm kind of just winging it out, and I brought a couple of these tools at Hobby Lobby. I am there literally every week. But nonetheless, I am smoothing out this fondant and got it onto that cake now. I am dyeing some leftover fondant pink. And, it's going to take a minute to get there. So we're folding and pressing and folding and pressing and folding and pulling and pressing until we finally get it to a nice pink color. I'm then going to roll that out to a nice round circle. And here comes my nephew, y'all. Look at him. He's my little helper. And here I am shaping this, like the cartoon, like the fondant is supposed to be like the frosting part. Now, I told you this is my first time working with fondant, and I literally don't know what I'm doing with this cake. So, as you can tell, this is a little too long for my liking, and I just decided I'm going to go ahead and freehand it on the cake, and that's what I did. So I went ahead and cut the pink fondant that was right on top of the white fondant, but I had to be very careful just because I did not want to cut into the white fondant that's at the bottom. And it came out pretty good to my liking. So I then used leftover fondant that was pink and dyed that black because we're going to need that to kind of outline our cake and make it look so cartoonish. I went ahead and got the colors yellow, blue, and red. And when I told y'all, it took forever to get this mixed up, but I finally got it. And here I am rolling that baby out because we're going to use that to make our black strings, or kind of like our string ropes or something like that. And I rolled it out. I got myself a little pizza cutter and I went ahead and did my thing. I kind of scraped these down to like a perfect rectangle in a sense, and I just kind of went ahead and made some strips, set them to the side. And then after I made the strips, I would then go on and roll those strips down to little like ropes and then use those to, put them around my cake. And here I am doing just that. I made a couple of them, as you can tell. All right, and here I am. I decided to do like a Valentine's themed cake. I got some fondant. I was kind of guessing I wanted to do pink and red, but I was like, nah, we just want to stick with the red. I made that one nice and bright. Added a couple more drops of red just to get it to that bright red that I wanted. And here go my nephew again. We went ahead. He didn't want to put on no gloves. I didn't want to get any stain on his hands, but he wasn't with it. So my nephew is actually going to make the heart, since I told you it's going to be a Valentine's themed cake. He is rolling out this red fondant, and he just already knew what to do. I didn't even have to tell him. He's making my hearts for me, y'all. So there he goes, his little adorable self. I know we had a wardrobe change. He had to go take a shower. He's all over the place, but he's helping me nonetheless. He already knew how like the flour was going to help him like not have it stick to anything. So he was just with it, All right, and I decided I didn't just want to do a small type of heart, and I honestly didn't know what to do with those hearts. So I went ahead and got some leftover Rice Krispie treats, and I have like some like cookie molds, and I went ahead and filled them into 2 different sizes of hearts, and just kind of wanted to do something different. So I shaped them into some hearts, a big one and a small one, and then I went ahead after I did that and shaped it, got some of my fondant and covered them up. Like I said, I have no idea what I was doing. I just kind of thought of this idea all willy-nilly, and it actually came out pretty good. So I got some red fondant, the leftover fondant, and I decided to put that over my big heart that's there, as you can see. And then later on, I went ahead and got some leftover white fondant and put it over the little one, the little baby heart that's right there, laying on the little bakery mat. Here I am struggling, y'all. I was struggling with this. It was so bad. But I got it together. Like I said, no teaching. I literally learned everything just by doing. I'm such a hands-on person, so I learned by my mistakes, and baby, there was mistakes. There go my cake again. Y'all see what happens with patience? Look what I did with the cake. So fire, so nice, yes. So I realized I put the cake in the freezer and it was not working. So I had to, and that Rice Krispie treat was not doing. So I had to go put some toothpicks in there first and then find the placement and then put the heart on top of it. I didn't know what to do with the white heart, so I decided to kind of do it crooked and made like 2 different hearts, like 2 different, like, you know, just placements, I guess. And I did just that. I went ahead and get some more black fondant and I'm going to outline it. I think I made a mistake by putting the hearts on there first, where I should have did the outlines on the hearts and then put them on the cake. It was such a headache to trying to do it this way, but my camera ended up dying, so I had to stop, pause, charge my phone after a while because it was not working with me, and I was getting tired of embarrassing myself because it was not working the way I wanted it to work. But after a while, I realized I just needed to wet it up, which I did not know. I told you I'm learning everything as I go. But I had to wet the black fondant in order for it to stick to the other fondant. So lesson learned, you guys, lesson learned. I took the little wet part off the pink fondant that was there because it was shining so much, and used that as my little glue to tack on to the other heart that was there. So and nonetheless, here is the end result. Honestly, I didn't like the ending. It looked too plain for me, and I feel like something's missing, so I went ahead and add some more details to it. And that was my ending result. Hope you guys like it. Later.